Welcome to the Cheap Beer Corner. What's the Cheap Beer Corner, you ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's where I get to make Matt drink cheap beer.
Yay! This makes me kind of want 8 moons over my hammy.
Nice.
I'm sorry, that's the best I got.
No, you beat me to the ham joke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm excited.
Right.
I'm like, we're in the same place. I love it.
Stole the ham joke.
Hams.
Drinking hams.
Not plural because there's an apostrophe. It belongs to Ham.
Belongs to Mr. Ham.
John Hamm.
Of the Hamm family.
Do you think John Hamm drinks hams?
If he didn't, then there's a serious opportunity that's being missed out on here.
Right? Producer John, can we get John Hamm on this show?
Probably.
Sweet.
All right.
So John Hamm on the show for an episode that we are in the middle of doing.
Don fucking Draper himself will be here later this show. Just wait for it.
And let's
watch to the end.
welcome John Hamm, everybody. No.
It would be amazing if we did like one of those like weird, obscure Mad Men intros. Did you ever watch Mad Men?
Oh yeah.
When they did the like next week on Mad Men, it'd be like, what? How could you? And like everything was like completely like
what's that smell?
Yeah.
For no reason.
You're like, what was any of that? None of that made any sense.
Exactly.
What
John
does
Hamm
make sense is John Hamm's beer.
Yes.
So this, I believe, our good buddy Cougar Steve mailed this back.
Thanks, Cougar Steve.
He actually just recently drank some of this for his 999th Untapped check-in. He drank the cheapest beer he owned, which is this.
Nice.
And then for his 1000th, he drank the most expensive Utopias. Shout out to Cougar Steve. This beer was $5.89 a 12-pack.
Nice.
Yes. Insanely cheap.
Wow.
Like,
that's not even real.
The cheapest beer we've ever had on Cheap Beer Corner. And it looks like it's made by Hamm's Brewing, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That might be Pabst. Who the fuck knows?
But I was looking forward to this until you told me how much it cost.
Yeah, it was so cheap.
Yeah.
Aggressively cheap. The cheapest beer on Cheap Beer Corner.
Looks nice.
It's crystal clear.
Crystal clear, straw yellow, very,
The glass is sweaty because it's hot as fuck in this biatch.
And not nearly as hot as it was.
No. It's nice
looks good.
Doesn't smell bad.
Smells pretty good. It's got a little bit of a biscuity thing.
Yeah, it's got kind of that biscuity malt to it, but I don't think there's... I want to say this is probably a non-adjunct beer.
I would assume that there's adjunct of some kind in here.
It is born in the land of sky blue waters, brewed in
Is it really?
family tradition from purest water and choicest barley malt grain and hops. They do go to the trouble of listing all the ingredients. And
they do.
And corn.
Yeah, I very much enjoy the old school packaging with the crest.
Yeah.
On the front.
I like, whenever I hear the name, I hear Hamm, and I think of Beer Fest when Landfill's like passed out in front of the refrigerator. It's like, what is this? He's like, ham.
Yeah.
He just grabs ham, puts it in his mouth. That or I'm like, hams. I don't know why.
I think of John Hamm's John. I think of John Hamm's John Hamm.
Oh, whoa. It's got dark.
Don't wipe your ass with it. It's a little on the sweet side, but
A little bit, but not bad. It's like sweeter than I'd prefer, but it's fine.
yeah. I mean, this is like a surprisingly not offensive beer.
Continuing the trend of weird regional lagers like being pretty solid, this one's pretty solid.
Yeah, I mean, like it's no Genesee, but it's pretty high up there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's like it's like a cousin of Dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like a brother.
It's second cousin of Dragons.
Yeah.
You know, it's like this. The Dragons, like they seem at like a family reunion once every like 5 years. And they hang out and get drunk together, and they're kind of attracted to each other, but that's not okay. You know,
Not cool. Not cool.
Exactly. Genesee and Hams, they're like, look, we weren't related, lay me down, but this is weird.
Genesee and Hamm sounds like a shitty buddy cop show. Genesee and Hamm.
Genesee and Hams. They're both on motorcycles. And
When you need to find someone, you get Genesee and Hams. Ham's like a big guy. Like a lot of ham, like a lot of fat jokes. It's like Hams, huh?
Oh, yeah. And then Genesee is obviously petite.
Yeah. You gotta have the, hey, Genesian hams.
A surprisingly good beer.
Yeah.
That was an excellent high five, by the way.
Right? 90-10 rule in the high fives. We kind of derailed it, and I didn't feel like that was a good end.
No, it's okay.
All right.
Hams. Surprisingly decent.
Hams. Hams.
Hams. Worthy of a high five. Hams. Half of a buddy cop show.
Hams. Yams?
Hams. Comes with a crest.
Hams. Now with more ham.
Ham. I'm sorry. Hams. I can't even do it anymore.